Have you ever wondered if your rooster could in fact handle a large flock of hens? I'll tell you what can happen if there are too many hens for one rooster and what the perfect ratio is. You know how they say too much of a good thing can be a bad thing? Well, that applies to chickens too, especially when we're talking about the rooster to hen ratio. Let's imagine for a second you've got one rooster. He's handsome, healthy, and full of confidence, and you drop him into a pen with 23 hens. Sounds like rooster paradise, right? Well, not exactly. Here's the truth. When one rooster is put in charge of too many hens, a couple things happen. First, the fertilization rate drops. He just can't keep up with that many ladies. Even if he tries to mate with all of them, there will be plenty of eggs that simply aren't fertile. And honestly, most roosters don't try to cover them all. They'll pick a small group of favorites and spend most of their time with them, leaving the others feeling like background extras in a chicken drama. Then there's the rooster's health. With that many hens to watch over, he's running constant security checks, breaking up squabbles, and courting multiple hens at once. He can get tired, lose weight, and even start to look rough around the edges. Ruffled feathers, pale comb, maybe even spending more time hiding in the shade instead of strutting around like he should. And here's something you might not expect. Without enough attention from him, the hens themselves can shift their pecking order. Some dominant hens might take over parts of his role, getting bossy with the others. It's not chaos, but it's not balanced either. Now let's compare that to the sweet spot, the ideal ratio, which is about one rooster for every 8 to 10 hens. With this setup, your rooster suddenly looks like a well-rested gentleman farmer instead of an overworked nightclub manager. He's able to give attention to all the hens, no favorites, no neglected girls, even in the corner. Fertilization rates go up if you're hatching chicks. His feathers stay glossy, his comb stays bright red, and his tail stays high. He's strutting around, crowing confidently, and doing his job without burning out. The flock as a whole is calmer too. The hens know where they stand, and there's less bullying because the rooster can step in and keep order. He's rounding everyone up at dusk, leading them into the coop like clockwork, not just herding a few and leaving the rest to wander in whenever they feel like it. A rooster that can keep everyone together at night keeps them safe from predators. Hens that scatter or roost in odd spots are easy targets for owls, raccoons, or even neighborhood cats. Plus, when the rooster has the energy to do his job well, you'll notice little things changing. The flock's morning routine is smoother. He'll lead them out, guide them to food, and keep a steady patrol around the yard. He has the time to sound the alarm when a hawk flies over. Instead of being so exhausted, he misses it. He can keep the peace between hens before arguments turn into full-on feather-pulling matches. And let's be honest, he looks better too. A well-rested rooster with the right number of hens holds himself like the barnyard king he's meant to be. His feathers are glossy, his comb is bright red, and he has that confident strut that says, "Yep, I've got this flock under control." When the ratio is just right, you get a rooster who's not only doing his job, he's thriving. And that kind of leadership trickles down to the hens. They're calmer, they lay more consistently, and they stick together as a unit. That's the real difference. Too many hens spread a rooster thin, but the right ratio turns your flock into a well-run team. And honestly, when you see it in action, it's almost like watching a well-rehearsed dance. The rooster calls, the hens follow, everyone knows their cue. No chaos, no confusion, just a barnyard that runs smoother than some people's offices. So what about your flock? Is your rooster living the balanced life of a seasoned leader, or is he trying to manage the chicken equivalent of a 24-hour diner on a Friday night? At the end of the day, keeping the right balance isn't just about getting more fertile eggs. It's about having a happy, healthy flock that works together. When your rooster isn't stretched too thin, he can protect, guide, and care for his hens the way nature intended. And when your hens feel secure, the whole barnyard runs better. So whether you're raising chickens for eggs, chicks, or just the joy of watching them, remember, sometimes it's not about having more, it's about having just the right amount. So what is your rooster to hen setup? Do you think your roosters have enough hands or wings to keep up? I'd love to hear your story. Tell us in the comments below. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you next time.